morning. We are the team from Hong Kong Polanco Laws Foundation College. Today, we are going to share with you our project on the environmental impact of reclamation in Hong Kong. I'm Randy.
I'm Edwin.
I'm Chelsea.
I'm Safula.
I'm Michael.
Hong Kong has a very limited supply of developable land. While we are surrounded by the seas on the western, south and southern sides, there is a political boundary on the northern side connecting it to mainland China. In other words, Hong Kong is surrounded by natural and political barriers in all directions, and land supply is highly restricted. Since the 19th century, more than 67 square kilometers of land have been reclaimed in Hong Kong, occupying 6.5% of the total land area. However, internally, the ever-increasing population creates a large pressure on land. There is a huge demand for land, especially for residential and recreational land uses. As a result, reclamation of land from the sea has long been used as a strategy to create developable land areas in Hong Kong.
The population in Hong Kong jumped from 2.2 million in 1950 to 6.7 million in 2001. That's 3 times among people. It is even estimated that the population will rise to 7.43 million by the end of this year. Well, with small land area of 1,104 square kilometers, population density reaches 6,700 per square kilometer. Socially and economically, reclamation offers a number of advantages. Yet, environmentally, reclamation leads to several adverse impacts on the marine ecology and the coastal environment, which are very much related to today's theme, let's experience nature.
Field trips were conducted to 3 reclaimed areas in Hong Kong. We have taken photographs of where reclamation had been carried out, in addition to the areas in progress. Afterwards, we compared them to those which show initial area before reclamation. Meanwhile, we did case studies on maps and gathered news and reports about reclamation in Hong Kong.
One of our field trip destinations is the Junk Island. This island was formerly a true island. However, reclamation work for a new town was conducted in 1994. The island became easily accessible, leading to greater disturbance to the natural environment. By comparing maps of Junk Island in 1975 and 2005, it is observed that Junk Island has been connected to a nearby peninsula. Look at this time-lapse satellite video of Junk Island. You can see changes around this island from 1984 to 2017.
One of the most famous tourist spots in Hong Kong is Victoria Harbour. This harbour is well known for its beautiful scenery and its spectacular high-rises at the harbour front. However, do you know there had been extensive reclamation on both sides of this harbour? After rounds of reclamation, the area of the harbour had been reduced by nearly half, and the distance at the narrowest part of the harbour is only 458 meters. Today, the coastlines of the harbour are completely stripped, and no more natural coastline can be observed. By comparing maps, it can be seen that extensive reclamation of Victoria Harbour has been carried out since 1975 to 2005. Look at this time-lapse satellite video of Victoria Harbour. It shows the change in this district before and after the reclamation work from 1984 to 2017.
Let's take a look at another place along the harbour. Here, the reclamation was carried out for a tunnel in December 2009. The coastline was extended outward, and a total of about 12.7 hectares of land was formed, including constructions of about 1.57 km of seawall. Here are some photographs that we took of the reclamation in progress during our field trip. Let's take a look at this time-lapse satellite video. This shows us the changes in the district before and after the reclamation projects, which took place from 1984 to 2017.
Positively, reclamation enables us to break the physical restrictions. Hong Kong is known as a place with hilly relief. Developable land is very limited. Also, about 40% of the land in Hong Kong is devoted to natural reserves, meaning that any form of urban development is strictly prohibited. Reclamation provides a solution for urban development to accommodate the rising population. With reclamation, the lands in the natural reserves are not so under stress, and developable natural habitats and the ecology in these reserves can be protected. From this point of view, in the geographical and social scenario of Hong Kong, reclamation helps conserve the natural environment. Lands in the natural reserves are not necessarily be sacrificed by urban development. However, reclamation changes the nature greatly. Firstly, the coastline is modified during reclamation work. Harbor becomes narrower. Islands are no longer true island. Narrower harbors leads to stronger waves, hence upsetting the ecology. Also, at the beginning of the reclamation work, unconsolidated sediments on the seabed are drained and dumped elsewhere. Pollutants on the seabed and in the sediments will then suspend in the water, creating a higher turbidity.
It was revealed that in one of our reclamation projects, 580,000 cubic meters of toxic silt are created, of which 63% were classified as seriously contaminated. Furthermore, it has been reported that fishery near a reclamation site suffered great loss as a result of this. Also, our recent survey shows that the number of Chinese white dolphins has declined greatly in Hong Kong waters. It is thought that such a decline is highly related with the extensive reclamation of a few infrastructure projects, including the expansion of the Hong Kong International Airport and a 50-kilometer-long bridge built across the mouth of the Pearl River. It is believed that these Chinese white dolphins have either left Hong Kong waters, died because of the stricken habitat and food supply.
To minimize the adverse impacts of conventional reclamation, new technology can be adopted. These methods reduce the turbidity of water during reclamation work. Yet, one should note that they cannot completely prevent the destruction of marine habitats brought by reclamation. Habitat loss will still result from this activity. Facing population growth and geographical restriction,
2 minutes. Sorry.
the government has proposed several plans other than reclamation for more land. For instance, development of rock haven, underground spaces, and even nature reserve. According to the Hong Kong government, rock havens are found to be the most suitable strategy to expand the land supply of Hong Kong. Some public facilities, like sewage treatment plants, can be relocated to these havens. What's more, commercial land uses like cinemas or shops can move into. In this way, some pieces of land can be freed up for the development of residential buildings. In the long run, the demand for land created by reclamation can be reduced.
So this is the end of our presentation. I'm Rennie.
I'm Edwin.
I'm Chelsea. I'm Sabilla.
I'm Michael.
Thank you for your attention.
You have less than a minute left. Thank you very much for a very nice presentation, and you did a great job in English, so this was really good. I congratulate you. How do you see this project going into the future? Do you see a future for this type of approach? For what role? Because you had positives and you had negatives. Do you see that there needs to be any change in policy in how this is done? Do you envision anything that should be done differently going forward?
Well, so far in Hong Kong, because the place is so cramped and small, like the land supply is definitely not sufficient at all. However, we evaluate a lot of impact of this reclamation project, and we realize that it brings both sides, and we surely want to urge the government to take these impacts into account while implementing those projects, because sometimes they tend to neglect the harms that these projects may bring to the environment. However, lately they have been adopting a new non-drainage reclamation method which can minimize the harms caused to the sea, the marine ecology. And we would also want the government to consider more alternatives, such as what we have suggested, like the rock haven. And there was example of rock haven in Hong Kong too, so it's feasible.
Oh, great, thank you. And the question, Indonesian one, or